Welcome back to Kids Invent Stuff, where it's time to build another kids' invention.
And we're building an invention to celebrate the IET's 150th birthday.
And Ruth, what is the most important thing to have when it's your birthday?
Food and presents!
Food! Which is why we are going to be building a food-related invention this month.
We're building 7-year-old Isla's bike that feeds you food as you ride it.
I got cake!
Go!
Kids invent stuff.
To bring to life Isla's food bike invention, we're going to create somewhere to store some food, with a mechanism to load the food onto a conveyor belt so it can travel along to the mouth of our cyclists. And we'll use a generator to power our conveyor belt, so if you pedal harder, you get more food. So first things first, we need a bike, and Shawn has just gone to go pick one up.
It's a trike
Here he is!
with a dog in the back.
So we've opted for a tricycle and not a bicycle because on Isla's drawing, all the mechanism is at the front, and we thought that might be a little bit tricky to steer and to see. So we're going to put all of that mechanism in the back, in between these two wheels.
So we thought it'd be really funny if for Isla's bike, the more you pedaled, the more food it gave you. So it encourages you to exercise while you're riding it. So we thought we would take this old electric scooter motor from this broken scooter, connect it to one of the wheels of the bike so it generates electricity to power our food dispenser.
So we've just built a frame to attach the little wheel on the front of the bike. Shawn is just trying it out while we've tack welded it to see if we should fully commit.
Seems to be working.
So we've got our old electric scooter motor mounted on the front wheel of our tricycle, and it is going to be operating backwards. So if you spin a motor in reverse, it can work like a generator to generate electricity, and we're going to use that electricity to power our food delivery system.
Because this is an invention to celebrate the IET's birthday, we thought that the food it should dispense is cake. And so we've chosen the classic British Bakewell tart and apple pie. And the great thing about these is that they have uniform bottoms, which should make the whole process of dispensing them a little bit easier. So we have our cake dispensing tray, and our cakes will sit around the outside. And then to be able to turn and dispense them, we're going to use a stepper motor. And we can program this to turn the same amount each time. So it will turn and we can dispense the cake. Ooh, cake!
It's a cake holder.
Shawn, you've ruined another perfectly good tray.
So we've wired up our stepper motor to a little Arduino that we've programmed on the computer, and we've wired it to a battery and a little controller for our motor, and we've got a switch. And every time the switch is flicked, the motor very accurately turns one little cake section at a time. So it does that. Next cake, next cake, next cake, next cake. And then when it gets to the end, it goes, for no particular reason, all the way back around to the beginning.
So we need a way to get the food from the back of the bike to the front of the bike, and we thought this conveyor belt would be perfect. This is what we used for our pie dropping device, and it will allow our food to go along and drop into the person's mouth.
It's a cake stick.
So this is our beautiful contraption to try and work out the heights of things. When we actually take the bits and weld them in place, everything will fit where it's supposed to be.
Cake.
So this is our frame for the cake dispensing part of Isla's invention, and we have on here an adjustable bracket which is going to hold our stepper motor. We've mounted a linear actuator with our little cake pointy stick bit. We have a bracket here which is going to house another linear actuator, and we have a bracket at the front which is going to have on it our conveyor belt, and all of that is going to somehow hopefully go together and allow us to eat cake while we cycle.
So we've got this lovely shiny acrylic box that we're going to use to keep our cakes dry while we're cycling around, and we've cut a hole in the top so our cakes can be dispensed out of the top of it.
So Shawn is out walking Luna, and I'm gonna change the code on the stepper motor. So when he presses the button next, it'll just spin super, super fast. Don't tell anyone.
Ruth! Why is there cake everywhere?
Oh, what's happened? Oh, is it spinning? Oh dear. I think we're just gonna need to go buy more cake.
What did you do?
It's so pink!
We've got the most important thing we need for this invention. Cake! Woo!
And they even come in Kids Invent Stuff Orange.
What are you so interested in, Luna? What is it about this month's invention that you're so interested in?
Look at all the lovely wiring. When I say lovely, I mean messy. This is probably the most wiring we've ever done for a bicycle.
And to control everything, we've got these beautiful switches. Oh, switches.
It's finished!
Isla's invention is looking incredible.
We have absolutely loved building it as part of the celebration of the IET's 150th birthday.
Now I think it's time to eat some cake and test it!
Go!
The way that this works is the faster I pedal, the more electricity I generate, which means the conveyor belt goes quicker and I get my cake super fast. Cake!
Here comes another cake!
Cake! There's a cake coming! Dropped it.
So Ruth dropped this pie and then ran over it. How's the cake machine, Ruth?
Admittedly, it is quite hard work pedaling and generating electricity, but you do get cake. It might not look very steep, but it's a workout when you're generating electricity as well. I need some cake now.
More cake!
Cake, glorious cake.
Ruth's face gets very serious when there's a cake coming in. She's got a cake!
Oh, I've got cake! Oh, oh! Ah! This is the only way to travel. I refuse to ride bikes anymore that don't feed me cake. I like to ride my cake-sicle.
There's a car coming and a cake about to arrive. Cake! Got a few crumbs there, Ruth.
I have eaten so much cake.
It's
a speed test. It's a speed test.
This is fast.
There's a slight design flaw in that these cakes just seem to just go everywhere.
Hi.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, should we get it out the top? We ready? What do we say? Up.
Hello.
Oh.
Up. It's going up.
Whee! Cake!
Yay. Shawn.
Shawn wants one.
Do you want to eat the cake? This invention is amazing. Isla, thank you so much for your brilliant idea.
I have eaten so much cake, and a massive thank you to the IT for supporting this challenge.
Cheers.
Cheers! Cake!
Don't forget to like and subscribe.